last at least 6 innings. So strike one ultimately is going to be the key for his success tonight. He is going against Daisuke Matsuzaka, who comes in 12-2 this year with a 3.04 earned run average. But even though he's that good, he throws a lot of pitches. He's a 5 to 6 inning pitcher. We have got to go ahead and make him work early in this game and deliver with a big clutch hit once he walks a few guys or gets somebody on base.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
By Comcast and presented in Dolby 5.1 digital surround sound on WGN-TV, your official summer baseball station. Here we go. Let's go ahead right now and show you Terry Francona's Boston Red Sox lineup. It's going to be Drew Pedroia and Ortiz, Youkilis, Lowell and Bay, Lowry, Ellsbury, and Veritek. Defensively for the Sox, it is Quentin Wise and Dye in the outfield. Uribe at third, Cabrera at short, Ramirez at second, Swisher at first. Pierzynski will put down the fingers, and Jose Contreras will throw the pitches. He is 7-6 this year with a .460 earned run average. 270 opponents have batted against him thus far. In 119 plus innings, 127 hits, 12 long balls, 35 walks, and 68 strikeouts. 3-5 is in his career against Boston with a 9.12 earned run average. The umpires this evening at home plate, it's Jeff Kellogg. Sam Holbrook is at first base, Chad Fairchild out at second, and it'll be Mark Wegner over at third base. So we're set for action here. Game 2 of this 4-game series, Sox against the Sox. Time now for me to pass it along to our play-by-play man. That's my partner, Kenneth the Hawk Harrelson.
All right, DJ, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here with WGN Sports. So happy you could join us for Game 2 of this 4-game series. J.D. Drew will get set to lead it off for the Carmines. Drew hitting at .283, 19 homers. He's driven in 60. J.D. 0 for 3 last night. So the first pitch of the ball game from the 36-year-old right-hander, taking first strike, and make no mistake about it, this is a big game for the White Sox in the respect of Jose Contreras coming back from that tendonitis. That's up high. Velocity right there, 92, so the count 0-2. If he can come back and pitch like he did at the first part of the season, our club's going to be in real good shape. If he cannot, we're not going to be in that good a shape. Pretty good pitch right there, didn't get it.
I like what I'm seeing already, Hawk, is Jose's coming out and establishing the fastball, and it was strike one and strike two. J.D. Drew, who's been struggling a bit of late, you got to get ahead of a hitter that's not swinging a hot bat. Don't let him in the at-bat.
That's low, and the count 2-2. That was a pretty good pitch on 0-2 right there. That could have easily been called a strike. So now it's 2-2. Drew has faced Contreras 7 times, has 3 hits. Red Sox come in at 66 and 50. He gone.
Well, Jose Contreras has that capability when he is healthy, and it appears right this moment he is healthy. He can throw the fastball and then have this forkball bite like that, and you just can't pull the trigger. Drew, who is an excellent hitter, no way he could have timed it, so he just tried to lay off and hope it stayed out of the strike zone. It didn't.
That'll bring up the second baseman, Pedroia, hitting at .315, 10 homers. That 10th one coming last night, a 3-run shot. There's the strike. And lifetime against Contreras, 1 for 5. Red Sox come in hitting at .278 as a club with a 3.79 ERA. Boston, 8 games under on the road at 26 and 34. But at home they are 40 and 16. Also against the Central, Red Sox have played 24 games and they've won 17 of them. And that's popped up right side. Nick Swisher. Two down. And here at beautiful USA field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straight away center. And the Sox are going to put the shift on, but they have a bit of an unusual shift. There you see Cabrera at his normal shortstop position, back on the grass. And the third baseman, Juan Uribe, out there in short center field. And Alexei out there in medium right. So we've got 6 guys. And if Swish move back just a step or two. Just a step or two.
On
that would be the first time I have ever seen 7 guys on the outfield grass.
That'd be unique.
I've never seen that. As there's the strike to Ortiz. David hitting at .249, 14 homers, 50 driven in.
Well, got to get old hitting into a shift like this, and you really don't care. You say, I'm going to beat it anyway. The odds are against you beating it with regularity.
Out in front. And the count 1-2. David has faced Contreras 21 times, has 5 hits, 4 of them stayed in the park. Yeah, I've never seen 7 guys in a shift on the outfield grass. Two out and the 1-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it at 93.
You know, you pitch him in, you play him to pull. The one thing about David Ortiz is he has the ability to yank the hands in and hit it about 450 feet to straightaway right field. A little short arm, quick swing that he possesses. So you still have to execute in a good location in.
Up and in, 2-2. And that big leg kick. And he just did get a piece of it just underneath it. Youkilis on deck.
You know, it's funny, that pitch up and in that knocked Ortiz back a bit. It appeared the next pitch, it didn't matter where it was. He was turning it up a notch to try and get to it. That was not a strike, but he was all over it. You wake a guy up sometimes, it's not too good.
And this chop foul. Defending world champion Boston Red Sox. They wanted no 4, and they wanted no 7. Jose, 65 and 50 in his career. He did not go, says Wagner. So a full count.
Well, let's get another look at it. Looked like that barrel got pretty far out there. The high leg kick, he starts it going, and right on the cusp. Could have gone either way. And Ortiz gets the break.
Payoff pitch. Oh, just off the glove of Uribe on a bullet back through the middle. That would have been nice.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely kilt. Watch Juan Uribe out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and dive. That ball really had some life to it, too. Take a look at the Southwest RoboCam. Uribe gave it everything he had, just came off the tip of his glove, just a little short.
So here's the first baseman, Kevin Youkilis. 0 for 3 last night, hitting at .314, 20 homers and 76 driven in. Takes first pitch strike.
Well, Ortiz beat the shift.
Barely.
Right back up the middle.
On a bullet right back through the middle.
Right off the third baseman's glove.
And that's out of play right side. So Youkilis, who had a 12-game hitting streak snap last evening.
He's a good hitter. He's been one of those guys that's always been able to hit and get on base. For the minor leagues, draw the walks. Even in the big leagues, draw big walks when needed.
And that's a good pitch on the fist. Count hangs at 1 and 2.
Youkilis does something a little strange the way he gets set up before he swings at the pitch. His top hand is well above his bottom hand, and he's basically not even holding the bat with his right hand. It's just touching that little flute he's playing right up there. Very unique.
That's one of the things about baseball that doesn't make it. They come in all sizes and shapes.
Oh yeah,
all sizes and shapes in this game.
I do love that about baseball. You know, you can't ever write anybody off in this business because of what they look like. It could be tiny, could be huge, and still get it done in a baseball field.
So 2 out. And once again the 0-2 pitch.
Take a look just before Youkilis gets ready to go after a pitch. He's got it up there, and then he's going to slide it down to his bottom hand. But that's about as loose as you're going to see somebody hold a bat.
He gone. The old equalizer, and that'll do it after a half inning of play. It's the Red Sox nothing, and the good guys coming to bat.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. for the sickest action sports videos. Check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Curtis Grant.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
For all your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
Order this evening against the Boston Red Sox. It is going to be Cabrera, Pierzynski, and Carlos Quinn, the league leader in home runs. Then Daisuke and Ramirez, Swisher, Uribe, and Wise. It's going to be Bay, Ellsbury, and Drew in the outfield for Boston. In the infield, it's going to be Lowell, Lowry, Pedroia, and Euclid. Jason Varitek does the catching for Daisuke Matsuzaka. Daisuke 12-2 with a 3.04 earned run average, 209 batting average against him. As you see, those numbers very, very impressive. But look at the walks, 64 of them. That's a lot of walks to go along with the 81 hits and 94 strikeouts. So he gets himself in a lot of jams, but obviously he's able to work out of them. That's why tonight, when we get men on base, we have to take advantage.
Well, he's going to nibble. That's where you see the walks versus the hits. He doesn't give up that many hits, as you saw in those numbers. But the walks make up for it. And he's basically a breaking ball pitcher. And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours, as Orlando Cabrera 2 for 3 last night with a big 2 RBIs. Looking for it, got it, and underneath it. Daisuke, 27 years old, 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, out of Tokyo. Cabrera hitting at 268, 6 homers. He's driven in 46. Sox come in at 64 and 50, hitting at 266 as a club with a 3.93 ERA. That's slow. Red Sox have hit 123 home runs this year. Our White Sox have hit 161. And that's low. 2-1. He doesn't want to throw a strike.
Well, you just said it a minute ago, nibble. He first pitch strike and then 2 pitches looking for Orlando to help him out, and Orlando did not oblige. You definitely want to be a little more patient against this guy.
And the count 3-1. Pierzynski on deck. Another sellout here this evening. Had 38,621 last night. Gap out there. Nice gap in left center. Throws a strike there. He had to. And the count 3-2. And there's ball 4. And right now, with leadoff man aboard, let's check out our picks to click this evening. Jim Angio, our director and the crew, with Jim Tomey, Robin, Aiden Tatum, Alex, Ariana, and Sylvia, and DJ going with Jermaine Dye. And my good buddy down in Winter Haven, Florida, Joey Tomko, and our good buddy Bruce Davis. We're going to go with Nick Swisher. But right here is A.J. Pierzynski. Fakes the bunt, takes a strike. A.J. hitting at 289, 9 homers, and 45 driven in. AJ 1 for 3 last night with 2 big ribbies. And of course, those picks to click brought to you by Southwest Airlines. You're now free to be more productive. Visit southwest.com today. That's up and away.
Daisuke has only given up 8 home runs this year. So he's definitely one of those guys, as Hawk said, he's going to nibble, but he's going to make sure when he misses, it's not over the heart of the plate. Otherwise, he would definitely have a higher total with as many pitches as he throws in a game.
Well, that 12-2 record with 3.04 ERA will tell you a little something.
Yeah. You know, I think he's one of those pitchers that's going to go ahead and wear you down. You're going to see a lot of pitches. You're going to get tired of seeing those pitches on the edge, and occasionally you get aggressive and help him out and go after his pitch and make an easy out for him.
And that's outside 2-1. Carlos Quentin on deck.
But you know how frustrating it is, Hawk, for a manager and pitching coach to watch this every 5th day. It is nerve-wracking.
Well, it's nerve-wracking to play behind him.
Yet you know he's going to give you a chance to win because he's proven that.
And that fastball fouled back. So the count evens at 2. AJ 2 for 3 lifetime against Matsuzaka. Sox come in with a nice home record of 38-17. And we'll have 2 more games after tonight with these guys. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday conclude this 10-game homestand with 3 against Kansas City. Down and in. 1 down.
Well, that's a nasty pitch. I mean, it's the only way you can really describe it. Watch this late, hard break. I mean, that is almost like a sailor, the way it just starts cutting down and in at the last second. You see Veritek actually have to slide over it. Had such late, hard break to it. It's supposed to be a slider, but I'll tell you, it's almost like the ball has a cut on it and it just takes off when it hits the wind.
So here's Carlos hitting at 288, 31 homers, 88 driven in. 1 for 2 last night with a high towering drive out of the ballpark. And he just misses this one. That is high. He got the sweet meat on it just underneath it. And if you missed that home run last night, poof. Got a hanger and did not miss it. That'll bring up Jermaine Dye. Jermaine hitting at 301, 26 homers and 69 driven in. Takes first pitch strike.
You can definitely see that Matsuzaka is not somebody you can easily run against. He is quick to the plate. And it also makes it difficult for the hitters if he throws off speed stuff with that little quick jerky delivery. You have a tendency to think, here comes a fastball, just by as fast as he's coming at you.
And the count 0-2.
And Jermaine takes 2 fastballs right there.
Got to be a good 2-strike hitter right here, JD. There he goes. And that pitch is fouled off back into the seats. I think you're going to give Cabrera a chance to bail Jermaine out or put himself in scoring position.
Bobby B, thank you.
The Bertucci boys are here. Everything's all right.
Had himself a packed house out there in the patio area.
And they will have a good time out there. Lays off that sweeping curveball, and the count 1-2. Got a couple of finals in the American League. Cleveland beat Toronto up in Canada 4-2. Angels continue just to manhandle the Yankees. They beat them 11-4 out in Anaheim. One final in the National League. Cardinals drill the Cubs 12-3 at Wrigley. And that fastball outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the bottom of the first if you're just tuning in.
As a hitter, you go from 0-2 to 2-2 count. You start thinking, all right, here we go. I'm getting closer. I got a chance now to get a good pitch to hit. Pitcher lets you back into the at-bat. You just start feeling better about yourself after you had that 0-2 count.
And a full count. So this next pitch will be the 19th of the inning. That's a young looking 27 years old right there.
Yeah. 27 wins in his big league career to go with his age against 14 losses.
And the payoff pitch. Ate him up inside. Little looper to the shortstop, and that'll do it after 1. No score. The second inning. It's a nice looking toy right there. As Mike Lowell will lead it off, hitting at .270, 13 homers, 63 knocked in. Lowell 0 for 4 last night. And there's the strike to even the count at 1.
Yeah, tonight the Beach Bash gave away beach towels. Walgreens did that as a promotion here at US Cellular, and they're celebrating in full garb. Got people in grass skirts, tropical birds, you name it. It's all going on here tonight. We got hula dancers, you name it.
And that has popped up. Alexi Ramirez makes the call and has the ball.
Suit up at the official online shop of the Chicago White Sox at whitesox.com. You'll find all you need for the fan that is in your life. Visit us online to see the largest selection of MLB gear on the internet. See? Told you it was beach night. A little bit of Hawaii here in Chicago.
Jason Bay. High into right center field. Jermaine. 2 down. Bay on a 9-game hitting streak since coming over. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Jed Lowry. Lowry on a 7-game hitting streak. He's hitting .288 with a homer and 22 knocked in. One and 0 the count. 24-year-old shortstop. And the count 2-0.
Just the complete opposite of what Jose needs to fall behind.
And now he's got himself an 8-game hitting streak. Count got him. Lowry now going to turn it on. Now he says,
Well, Lowry had thoughts of third base, and with 2 outs, you have to know you can make it there standing up. In other words, easily. And he had his doubts as he was rounding first base. He was watching the play behind him. He was thinking about it. And that's when you have to pick up your third base coach and let him tell you what to do. And he did that. He picked up his third base coach right there. He's being waved, and then he's being held. Good heads-up job by the base runner. He's being waved as long as he could by DeMarlo Hale, who finally said, nope, stay there.
And there's a classic example of hitting 2-0 or 3-1. Gets a cookie and did not miss it. So here's Jacoby Ellsbury, 24-year-old center fielder. Takes the bunt, takes the ball. He's hitting .266 with 6 homers and 32 knocked in. He also has 37 stolen bases.
You know, he's 5 for his last 8, which is over a 2-game stretch, but prior to that, he'd really had some struggles offensively. I mean, just .236 over a 41-game stretch.
And he falls behind him. This is not going to work against this club.
No.
Not many clubs, but especially a club like this. Ellsbury on the screen looks small. He is not. He's 6'1".
Yeah, he was actually quite the basketball player back in his high school days.
Drops that one foul down past Luis Alicea. The coach at first, DeMarlo Hale, the coach at third.
A lot of people would be surprised. As you said, he looks little, but he was one of those guys that had some serious hops to him. Take off from the free throw line and dunk. Usually guys that run with his kind of speed have that strength in their legs. He can fly.
The 2-1. Get over there. He drops the ball. And now Contreras is down.
Well, that is an area where Jose Contreras has always had problems covering first base. And he seems to be in a lot of pain.
This is not something that we need at all.
Didn't see if he got tangled up with Ellsbury, if he got spiked or not. But as much pain as he is in, you would think that he may indeed have had those spikes cut him.
Yeah, Jose has never been a guy. He is more of a spectator until he realizes what's going on. Then he gets over there.
Yeah, Ellsbury is extremely fast, but if a pitcher responds immediately when a ball is hit to the right side like that, he beats the base runner there, no problem. And that was not going to be the case there. It was going to be a bang-bang play. Herm Snyder tending to Jose. Brian Ball on his way out there to also try and help out. Achilles tendon area, it seems that he is showing them.
Or a ligament right there. That's what happens a lot of times, is you will hit the bag and you'll pop it sideways and it'll pop that ligament. And it does hurt.
Another look at what took place. Jose did take off as quick as we've seen him. He's trying to time everything. The throw is a little leading and he just can't get there. And from there's no contact. It's just he hurts himself. Simple as that.
Yeah, it looked like he cut back. Now watch, well, you can't see it from this angle, but it looked like he was going to banana out and come back in. Then all of a sudden he came back to his left a little bit, and Swish was leading him where he was going originally.
So as a first baseman, you try to lead that pitcher like a wide receiver being led from a quarterback. Throw that ball out there and let him run underneath it. In that case, Jose came up a little short and then injured himself. And amazingly enough, with all this going on, the White Sox caught a huge break with Lowry not scoring on that ball getting past the pitcher. Quick recovery by Swisher. So they're going to score that an infield hit for Ellsbury.
So he will leave the ball game.
Well, that's extremely frustrating for Jose, who just busted his butt to get back from that elbow tendonitis, only to have this take place. Jose Contreras physically is about as strong as anybody the White Sox have, and he's pretty darn tough too. So you know this has to be something extremely, extremely painful for him to deal with.
All right, so Contreras will depart. DJ Carrasco comes on now. We'll be back. Baseball schedule Monday night right here Red Sox taking on our White Sox. 7 p.m. over WCIU TV channel 26. Tuesday night, Cubs at Braves. 6 p.m. over WGN. Friday night, Sox at Athletics. 9 p.m. over WGN. White Sox baseball in high definition on WGN TV, your official summer baseball station, is sponsored by Comcast.
Well, DJ Carrasco is going to make his 12th appearance on the year. He's 1-0 with a .270 earned run average, 196. Opponents have hit against DJ. He's not taking long to get ready. Carrasco worked a third of an inning last night. He walked one batter that he faced. He's been a busy man. He worked a couple of nights before that, a third of an inning. So Carrasco, who is out there to be a long man in that bullpen for the Sox, got to step it up and try and give the Sox 4 good innings. 3 to 4 good innings if he can, which means he's going to definitely need to get some quick outs.
Well, there are 2 outs here. Runners at the corners, and that'll bring up the catcher, Jason Varitek. The other switch hitter in the lineup, besides Lowry. Varitek hitting at .221, 8 homers and 32 driven in. Man's 37 for 44 in stolen bases.
Yeah, you know, he had gone a tremendously long stretch without a stolen base before he just picked one up recently a couple of games back.
First pitch strike. Well, regardless if it's Jacoby Ellsbury, Carlos Gomez, Ricky Henderson, it doesn't make any difference. You got to get the hitter.
That's it. Ellsbury actually had gone 25 games between stolen bases.
And this is a situation here. A lot of times you'll get certain catchers, not AJ, but you'll get certain catchers when you get a guy like this on first base. As a hitter, you know you're going to get fastballs or something hard.
Well, you said the key is to focus on the hitter. Forget Ellsbury over there.
It is. The speed will. Now, Carrasco is not a rookie. But you get young pitchers out there, and a lot of times that will just tear them up. And some veterans as well. He falls behind him 2-1.
What was really important is that DJ came out and threw first pitch strike to Varitek. Because from there it means even if Ellsbury is running, Varitek can't take one. He's going to be ready to swing with a strike on it.
There he goes. And he pops him up. Got him on the fist. Cabrera making the call. He'll make the catch, and that'll retire the side. So a good pitch right there by Carrasco, and after an inning and a half, nada.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America...
We crowned the 2008 American League Eastern Division champion. A, Tampa Bay. B, Boston. C, New York. Just text ABSC to 97999 and watch for the results later on in this ball game.
Look at that. It's, well, 3 hits for the Red Sox, but they have not been able to crack home plate with those 3 hits. And we're still just trying to get through our lineup against Matsuzaka. So let's get after him here before these ominous-looking clouds cause some problems.
Jim Thome will lead it off against Matsuzaka. Oh, big rip. Mercy. Just underneath it.
Fastball just right there. Jimmy catches the very bottom of that baseball.
And then he tries to backdoor him with a hook.
Well, Daisuke is only mentioned. I mentioned he gave up only 8 home runs to this point. He gave up 25 last season.
There's a good curveball right there.
He's got some snap on it. It's got some very unique movement.
And he strikes him out.
Now you can see it's not like Matsuzaka is just going to blow you away, but at the same time, he does blow you away. The pace of the fastball is very deceptive because he's got that herky-jerky delivery. Kind of just drops down and then whips it right at you before you can get things going, and it's by you at 91 or 90.
So here's Alexei. Alexei hitting at .310, 10 homers, 42 driven in.
Those pitchers that throw from 88 to 91, 92 with their fastballs and it's blown by hitters always will tell you they've got a little deception in their delivery. Daisuke has that. It's not that hesitation there. It's just actually when he's letting go of it.
And the count 0-2. Daisuke last year 15-12 with Boston. Saw him pitch in the home opener for the Red Sox. As I went back for the 40th anniversary of the '67 World Series Red Sox team. He was pitching against Felix Hernandez. And there's that curveball laced into right field. So you can cancel the postgame show.
Boy, that was a great piece of hitting by Alexei. Almost looked like he was buckling. Watch his upper body. Got out of the way and recognized that it was a strike. What? You just can't teach this. He was getting the heck out of the way, thinking fastball up and in, yet he had such great recognition at the last 100th of a second, he still was able to put a good swing on it. You're just not going to see that very often, folks. A double move and still a good swing.
And his swisher. Wish hitting at .231, 16 homers, 54 driven in. He's faced Daisuke 3 times, has a couple of hits.
Alexei taking a huge lead over at first base. And I'm not a big fan of the huge lead unless you're the quickest guy alive and you can still get your weight going towards second and get back.
Lexley, good lead. And it's high and wide. Outfield there, spread out a little bit. Gap out there in left center. One out, good speed at first. And there is a strike.
Mentioned Matsuzaka basically has been a 5 to 6 inning pitcher at best. He's only pitched in 4 games this year where he's lasted 7 innings.
Euclid, Lowry, 3-6-1 double play, and that'll do it. We'll go to the third, still scoreless.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a streamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your...
Top of the order for the Red Sox here in the top of the third. J.D. Drew, Dustin Pedroia, and David Ortiz to face DJ Carrasco. Just tuning in, Jose Contreras had to leave. Injured his foot covering first base. 1-1 the count to Drew, who struck out on a good fork ball, called out, leading off the ball game. .32-year-old out of Valdosta, Georgia. Oh, what a... You know that series they've been running, Titletown, USA?
Yes.
If there is a town that is certainly qualified for Titletown, it is Valdosta.
I think they already came to the conclusion of it.
Did they?
Yeah.
Good.
And they won it.
Good. Those guys are tough. Man.
Yeah, it's funny. Because I just was flipping through the channels and saw that. I'm like, wait a minute, where are they talking about? But it was down in Georgia, yes.
Full count. They put some national championships in high school football on the board. Jacks it up, takes ball 4, so the leadoff walk, the dreaded leadoff walk.
Well, right now, DJ has to think about this is his start. He has to realize he needs to get some quick outs. This is not going to be just a normal relief outing for him where somebody's going to pick him up. He's got to think about it. All right, I'm going out here till I pitch 5 or 6 innings. Get some quick outs.
Want to know the count.
And there is a different thought process, folks, from a reliever to a starter. You can't just come out of that bullpen as a starter all of a sudden and do what you had been doing, pedal to the metal for 2 or 3 innings. You have to pace yourself, and you have to realize you cannot go 3-2, fall behind guys, make that key pitch. You just have to go ahead and approach it in a different way.
Well, this is not going to work. Start throwing 5 pitches, 6 pitches to these guys in the bat, and they're going to beat you.
Now here's a man that can swing the bat. Matter of fact, he's on a 27-game hitting streak on the road.
Oh, there's a nice pitch, but it's going to fall for a base hit. Yeah. You're talking about a prototype duck snort. You just saw it.
28-game hitting streak on the road and a 9-game hitting streak overall. Not a whole lot to it. Big swing, little contact, right on the hands, as Hawk told you right when he swung at it. That was a good pitch. Just unfortunately, Orlando Cabrera could not get back to it.
Man, spend some meal money.
Yesterday he did spend that meal money.
Yes, he did. Well, he probably ate at Greek Islands the night before they came in. David Ortiz. He hit a bullet back through the middle for a base hit. Takes a breaking ball strike.
David, that base hit just gave him his 3rd hit in his last 21 at bats. This is not a man you want to start getting hot against you. Keep him cold.
That's up high, 1-1. Minnesota leading Kansas City 2-0. Royals hitting in the bottom of the 2nd. Chops that one foul on a good pitch right there, and the count 1-2. A lot of times what pitchers will do, especially guys who are in the middle of the pack as far as success in the big leagues, all of a sudden they don't have a lot of trouble getting ahead of hitters, but now when they do get ahead of hitters, almost it's like they say, what do I do now?
Yeah, it's the wrong way to go about it. Unfortunately, it's what happens, though. Now, David Ortiz, you may sit here and say to yourself, all right, got to strike him out right here. He does not strike out a lot for a big, powerful home run hitter. He only has been punched out 48 times this year and 262 at bats.
So trouble of brewing here in the top of the 3rd. The leadoff walk.
And they do not have a very easy double play setup right now, the way this defense is positioned.
He gone. Big strikeout. Pulled the string on him, had him way out in front.
Yeah, that's just a perfect pitch selection in that situation. 49 strikeouts on the season now for Ortiz. That's a great arm action, and that pitch just barely got to home plate.
A large contingent of Red Sox fans in attendance. Come out with a Euclid. Struck out his first trip, but that was against Contreras.
Yeah, Jose just snapped off a wicked forkball. Bottom fell out of it. Started about chest high, ended up about thigh high.
Takes the fastball right there, and the count evens at 1.
Yes, indeed. A lot of Red Sox fans in attendance.
There's a little shank. Infield fly rule is called. The switch was time.
I don't know if that qualified as a fly.
A swing. A swing. Qualified as a swing.
Yeah,
2 down.
These umpires are pretty quick with that point to the sky. Take a look at the Southwest RoboCam again.
Well, the runners are allowed protection on a swing. They're not allowed protection on a bunt.
Yeah, so Nick Swisher on that particular play lets it land. It doesn't matter. The base runners do not have to go anywhere. It's an automatic out of the hitter.
So here's Lowell. He popped up to Alexi at second base. Takes that first pitch low and away.
Otherwise, there would be a whole lot of messed up plays on pop-ups in that infield, doubling and tripling guys off. Well, it should never be triple, but doubling guys off at least.
Count evens at 1. Lowell, a very dangerous hitter. Also a man that all-time leader defensive-wise, percentage-wise at third base. Got a pretty good pitch to hit right there and couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, he's definitely had himself one outstanding career. Mike Lowell grew up down in Coral Gables, Florida area. Actually was born in Puerto Rico, and his folks were born in Cuba. So he has Cuban background.
Drop down. He gone. And he pitches out of the leadoff walk. And the single by Pedroia. 2 on, nobody out. And he leaves them right there.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a screamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out.
And the first 20,000 fans will receive a Nick Swisher bobblehead presented by Pepsi. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
Juan Uribe will lead it off against Matsuzaka. Juan 2 for 2 last night. Lately has started to swing that bat. First pitch fastball off the outside corner. That evens the count at 1. Another fastball. Uribe hitting at .231. 3 homers, 20 RBIs. And boy, has he thrown some leather at third lately. Wow. That's low.
Well, it's always bothered me when you have to drag a player down because he's not hitting. Juan Uribe's contributions to the White Sox over the years with that glove has outweighed any offensive struggles.
He did not go. And count 3-1.
You'd be hard-pressed to find anybody that can give you the level of play Juan Uribe can give you at third, short, or second base.
Yeah, not many guys can do that. And that's ball 4. And talking about Uribe, listen to what Ozzie had to say.
When Uribe's hot, he can carry in the ball club. When it's cold, you're going to kill him. But I think he's playing great. I think the few games we've been winning here, he got a lot of things to do with that big hits, big plays.
So here's Dwayne Wise. Bunts it, bobbles it, everybody's safe.
I love it. I love it. It really drives me crazy, Hawk, that we just don't see more guys put down a bunt.
Well, we don't have a whole bunch of them that can.
Well, we've got Cabrera. Even AJ can get down a bunt. You got Alexi, Swish, Uribe, and Wise. All these guys can put down a bunt and see what happens.
Well, somebody's got to run for it.
Here's the problem. Right there. Fielding a bunt. So many people have a problem fielding a bunt. It's not as simple as ABC just because it's a terrible bunt. It's not a good bunt at all, but Dwayne Wise is standing on first base because of the error. As bad as that bunt was, it doesn't really matter. Daisuke Matsuzaka is in a terrible position now on that sacrifice bunt reached on the error.
So here's Orlando. Squares the bunt. Takes the ball. Here's where you don't want to help Matsuzaka out.
Yeah, I mean, there are guys that can put down bunts in White Sox uniforms, and you just said it. Who's going to run? Well, if AJ's up there, the third baseman generally is playing over and back. It can catch you off guard, get it down there. Same thing for other guys. It's not something you want to do regularly, but you can get things going with the bunt, even if it's not a great bunt, as you just saw.
We just get word that Jose Contreras has a ruptured right Achilles tendon.
Well, we are now looking for another starting pitcher.
Yep, that is not good. Wow.
Aaron Wasserman was just optioned down to make room for Jose Contreras.
And that's popped up, caught, though, again. We bunted twice, made 2 bad bunts, got a lucky break on one, and not on the next.
Yeah, and Orlando didn't bother running either, which meant if Matsuzaka hadn't messed up the previous bunt, he may have let that one drop and got himself a double play. Very frustrating when you pop up a bunt, but even as it is frustrating, you still have to take off, get moving.
That could have been a very easy double play. And if the runners were running, he got off too far, a triple play. Well, here's AJ. Struck out his first trip. We got an excellent opportunity, and because the bunt cannot be put down, they pitch out of it. We'll go to the 4th, still scoreless.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a screamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Curtis Cranston.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
All your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
Here in the top of the fourth inning, it's 0-0 as DJ Carrasco will face Jason Bay. First pitch up and out. Bay in his only at bat flied to deep right field. Jermaine Dye handled it, no problem. And he's going out towards right field again. Jermaine Dye tracking it, being called off by Wise. Easy play for Jermaine, so Dwayne
bails out.
Yeah, wisely got out of there. I mean, you're supposed to get out of the way if you're the right fielder, but it was just a routine play for JD. So they need to work on their communication a bit, I'd say. Leadoff man out. That brings up Ned Lowry, who doubled down the right field line in his only at bat. Inside corner, Steve Reich. Off the line, Juan Uribe. Shading towards the middle is Cabrera. Lowry pulled the ball last time up. They're not taking anything for granted. They're going to go ahead and shade that infield to the pull side.
Well, he had a 2-0 count and just nailed it.
Count 1-2. Yanks that foul. Lowry on an 8-game hitting streak with that double.
That was one of the things that made Ozzie such a good shortstop. He knew he was pitching. He knew the rhythm of the pitcher was in. And a lot of times you would see Ozzie, as a lot of our Sox fans recall when he was here for those 13 years, he'd be moving before the ball was hit.
Right over the top, a strike from Cabrera.
And the same thing for the great Cal Ripken Jr. Cal Ripken could not run. He's a huge man. Meanwhile, all he did was have tremendous range because he positioned himself perfectly. He knew who was pitching. He had great instincts. He saw the hitter's approach, and he would be moving before the ball was hit. You don't see a lot of guys moving today before the ball's hit.
Well, that's one of the parts of the game that I find so fascinating. As Ellsbury swings at the slider down and misses. He's 1 for 1 with an infield hit that knocked Jose Contreras out of the game trying to cover first. But yes, the fact that when you watch players that are into the game, paying attention to the count, looking at the hitter defensively, that is, you just watch these guys adjust, and that's part of the beautiful side of this game. You know, I've never been a big fan of guys that just stand out there and look over to the bench and say, what do I do? They're not into the game the way they should be, in my opinion. If your head's up and you've been taught right, you know what to do without having to look over to the dugout at all.
Well, you just hit the nail on the head if you were taught right.
Carrasco, light work of Ellsbury. 3 pitches, he's gone, and it's a 1-2-3-4, and the score remains 0-0.
You might be looking at our new 5th starter.
It seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a streamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more.
Play at U.S. Cellular Field this season with 2 ballpark hot dogs for the price of 1 at the All-Star concession stands during the first hour after the gates open. Got a ball game going on here, folks. It's no score, 4 hits for the Red Sox, 1 hit for your White Sox, as the league-leading home run hitter Carlos Quentin tries to start things off offensively for the Pale Hose. Carlos flied to right field in his only at bat. On deck, Jermaine Dye in the hole, Big Jim Thome. Daisuke Matsuzaka. There's 39 pitches through 3 innings. And there's strike 1. Mentioned Matsuzaka has not lasted long in any of his starts this year. 7 1/3 is the longest outing he's had. He's done that twice this season. There's a guy that while pitching in Japan, complete games were no big deal.
You know, those teams over in Japan didn't have over $100 million investment in it.
One year he had 15 complete games, 13 another, 12 another season. And Quentin's hit again for the 17th time this year.
He was not trying to do that. Yeah, but Seibu, who he pitched for his whole career over in Japan, they sold him for over $50 million, and then he signed a deal for around $50 million.
Seibu, I know it well. That was my team in Japan. He was not there at that time. His first year was in '99. My last year was '96. So he was just a kid in high school at that time.
He's probably got your picture hung up in his locker.
Well, you know. He probably had heard about the guy that used to beat the chair back behind the dugout in frustration.
In fact, he might have your picture posted on his seal.
I'll tell you this. That team had always established themselves as a well-pitched team, the Seibu Lions. So it's no surprise that Matsuzaka was with that organization and has established himself here as an outstanding big league pitcher. Man had 108 wins in Japan, 60 losses, and a 2.95 earned run average. He was good. Pitched there for 8 years.
Threw over 200 pitches in the game.
Count 3-0. Well, you mentioned the investment. There's no question that has so much to do with it. But I mean, if you look at the history of this young man and his training as a pitcher coming up, 200 pitches, okay. Complete games, all right. Well, he can go 140 pitches in a game. They just haven't let him. There's a strike.
You preaching to the choir, as you know, right there. You got so many teams that have taken guys who were potential workhorses and turned them to 5 and fly.
Pretty much that's what Matsuzaka is this year. Quentin Small lead at first base. And Jermaine, the 3-1 pitch lifted high and deep. That ball is driven into the gap, but Ellsbury, that speed was shading in the other way, runs it down no problem. So the Sox, with their powerful number 4 hitter standing in, had the count, couldn't get it. That brings up another powerful man, Jim Thome. Big Jim, 22 homers, 65 driven in. Struck out in the second inning, his only at bat. Got a shift on. Over at shortstop is Lowell. Little backdoor cutter for a strike. Big Jimmy has really been swinging the bat well. He's moved off the plate just a little bit. Any mistakes out over the plate or on the outside part of the plate, he has been crushing the other way. He misses. Carlos Quentin was taking a walking lead and wanted to steal, except for he was leaving so early he had to put the brakes on and run back to first. He was going the wrong way when the pitch was thrown. Now Matsuzaka might keep a little closer eye on him because of it. That's hit out to the second baseman. He falls down. The flip by the shortstop still gets Jimmy. Nice recovery by Lowry, but Pedroia eaten alive on the hop, and then he went down to his belly.
As you can see, not a whole bunch to it. They still get him.
A big break right there for the Boston Red Sox infielders. And things will go back to normal positioning wise for Alexi Ramirez, who last time up, well, he just did something you don't see. And a curveball that made him flinch back with the upper body, and he still kept his eye on the ball and put a nice swing on it and drove it into right center. He's 1 for 1. Waves at that curveball. I guess they figure if they're going to start it at him, he can hit it. This time, start it down the middle and break it off the corner. Alexi hitting .413 this season with runners in scoring position, leading the White Sox easily in that category. Carlos Quentin, not being held on at second, can get a big secondary lead. That is flipped to the right side. Easy play for Kevin Youkilis. Red Sox once again get a base runner aboard. Can't do anything with it. And it remains a 0-0 game.
Hey, this is Curtis Grant.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
For all your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
There you have it. Not a whole lot of going on so far in this ball game. We enter the 5th inning with neither team scoring a run to this point, and DJ Carrasco hoping to keep things exactly that way for the Red Sox. Jason Varitek, the number 9 hitter, stands in and takes strike 1. Carrasco seems to be getting into a pretty good rhythm now after his rush to the mound for the injured Jose Contreras. And it's 0-2. If you weren't tuned in at the time in the 2nd inning, Jose Contreras covering first base on a ground ball to first. We have a report that he has a ruptured tendon, Achilles tendon that is. And that has pressed DJ Carrasco into service. Changeup misses, count 1-2. Big Jason Varitek, former first-round draft choice of the Seattle Mariners. That's right, the Mariners back in '94 out of Georgia Tech. And let's take a look at how Jose Contreras ended up injured. Ellsbury is the runner going down the line flying, and Contreras gets a little out of whack there and goes down big time and hurts his left Achilles tendon.
Tried to get up and could not.
That's just slapped out to Cabrera. He'll throw out Varitek, 1 out. Yeah. So now you know the wheels are turning upstairs with Kenny Williams. Kenny's sitting there saying, all right, we got to fill a roster spot. We got to figure who's going to be that man that steps up now in the rotation. And so far, DJ Carrasco has obviously thrown his name in there for the opportunity.
Well, right now that might be the first option. There's no question about it. We might be looking at, as I mentioned last inning, the 5th starter on this ball club. Of course, the trading deadline has passed. That ball high in right center field. Dwayne Wise will make the call, has the ball, 2 down. But you know, you mentioned Kenny might have his wheels turning. He's always got his wheels turning. This is just one more ingredient to the mix. And nobody is going to let the White Sox have anything through waivers.
No. Got to pull a rabbit out of your hat in this situation. It'll be interesting to see what thought process is, as there's a strike 1 to Dustin Pedroia, who's on a 9-game hitting streak. He's hit in 28 straight games on the road.
Well, the thought process right now is in-house.
Yes.
That is the thought process. Carrasco did make 20 starts for Kansas City in '05 and did not pitch that badly.
He's gone through a definite process to be where he is now. Lifted into center field. Dwayne Wise drifts back and handles it no problem. Nice inning once again by DJ Carrasco. Score stays 0-0.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a screamer down the line that won't singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Curtis Cranston.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
All your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more.
Results: who will be crowned the 08 American League Eastern Division champions? 50% of you think the Boston Red Sox, who are now in second place behind Tampa Bay. And, well, nobody feels that New York is going to get it done. All right, there you have it as we get things started here in the bottom of the fifth inning against Daisuke Matsuzaka to be Swisher, Uribe, and Wise. Swish grounded into a double play in his only at bat. Takes one right there. Well, up to this point, Matsuzaka is on pace to basically have his best outing of the season, which you don't like to see. I guess that's just in. The count 1-1. He's only thrown 54 pitches through 4+ innings of work. Talked about it in the open. You gotta take advantage when you have some runners on against him and get that big hit. We've been unable to do that. We've had the leadoff man aboard 3 out of the 4 innings so far in this game against him. Count 2-2.
He got a biting curveball. That's his best pitch. That thing does not quit. He got the curveball up to Ramirez, and Alexei was able to line drive him into right field. But for the most part, if he misses down with that thing.
You know what's unique is when you watch pitchers who don't throw 100 miles an hour or 98 or anything like that, yet because they've pitched their whole lives, they know there's something in their delivery and they can throw a 91 and have the confidence to just blow it right by guys because they've done it their whole lives. Doesn't matter what the fans are saying or the other team. Tried to reach back on that one, threw it 94 out of the strike zone. So 3-2 the count. Nick Swisher once again will see everything that the pitcher has to offer, as he does so often when he walks up to home plate. Matsuzaka taking his time, trying to make sure the right pitch is called. Up to the top to the delay before he comes at the hitter. Tried to backdoor the breaking ball, misses, and another walk and another leadoff man aboard. U.S. Cellular presents Win a Jersey Wednesdays. Every Wednesday home game, fans can win one of 15 jerseys autographed by White Sox players and coaches. The next Win a Jersey Wednesday is August 13th when the Sox host the Royals. Just call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com for more details. Juan Uribe, why, much talk as there had been about him being traded or released or anything like that. White Sox fans should be extremely happy he's still here while Joe Creedy has been down.
There's a lot of guys down in that third base dugout that are extremely happy he's still here as well.
Yeah, great teammate.
There are a lot of guys in the front office that are extremely happy he's still here.
Just can't go out and find somebody that can give you what Juan can defensively, and then offensively when he gets it going, look out. He's a starting star. The bunt, it's not a great one, but watch this. It's going to be a hit. That's what I'm talking about. Beautiful base hit for Juan Uribe with Lowell playing way back.
Gave it away a little early and not particularly good. But Lowell, as DJ mentioned, was back, could not come in, decided to let it go, and poof, stays fair.
I love the bunt. It does so many things for a team. Right now, it just got them going. There's 2 on, nobody out after the leadoff walk. Last time we had this situation, tried to put down a bunt, we messed it up. Dwayne Wise takes it for a ball. So
Dwayne Wise is not going to mess it up if Ozzie doesn't flip-flop. But the only difference is he's got the corners. Lowell's pretty aggressive, as is Euclid, who is real aggressive over there. And that has a bearing.
And they had the play on, the shift play, a shortstop running towards third. That's outside. So in this ball game, the White Sox have bunted 3 times. The first one being off of the bat of Dwayne Wise last time up, where Matsuzaka had an easy play and he just fumbled it on 2 occasions. Wise reached safely. It was followed by a bunt effort by Cabrera, who popped it up poorly, and now the base hit bunt by Juan Uribe. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. There's a strike. Jeff Cox going through his signs, letting everybody know, except for hopefully not the opponent, what's going on. Euclid in, Lowell standing way in, turned sideways, keeping an eye on the base runner. There's a strike, and Dwayne, a couple of good pitches to bunt, just couldn't get it out there and get it done.
Yes, he did. I'm a little surprised. He had 2 good pitches to bunt. Those 2 fastballs laid right in there for him.
So Lowell back up a little bit, but still in, as is Euclid, just in case with 2 strikes. Dwayne tries to put down the bunt.
Well, if he throws him that curveball down and in, there's 1 out.
Veritek wants him to step back. No question, as a hitter now, if you're not bunting, which I imagine he's not, you have to regroup mentally. Do not help the pitcher out. Just start swinging because you didn't get the bunt down. Little nubber out towards the shortstop. Wise can run. He's got to hustle. He does. Stays out of the double play. Into third goes Swisher.
Well, you're not going to turn Dwayne Wise, not going to turn this double play on him, hit that slow.
On Uribe with a really late slide, dangerous slide on top of the base. Everybody loves Juan Uribe on the team. So back to the top of the order with Orlando Cabrera. Orlando drew a walk and he popped up the bunt in his last at bat. White Sox with a golden opportunity to get the lead. And they're going to do it as he slices it into right center field. Digging hard for third is Wise. He almost goes down, but gets his balance, gets there no problem. It's a 1-0 ball game.
Well, it's about time because of the fact he has walked the leadoff hitter 3 times in this game. And besides that, last inning he hit the leadoff hitter.
Orlando Cabrera clutching up right here, giving the White Sox the lead. And not only giving them the lead, maintaining that first and third situation.
Well, if we can first and third them for about 4 or 5 minutes, we'll be in good shape.
Here we go, AJ. Goes after that fastball.
This is a big, big run at third base. AJ struck out on that curveball down and in his first trip. Then his next trip hit into a 6-4-3 double play when Matsuzaka hit him right on the fist with a fastball. Hit just a little slow grounder to the short, and they just turned it easily.
Well, folks, earlier in the game, we gave you all the numbers on Matsuzaka. He gets in a lot of jams and out of a lot of them, too. Doesn't give up a whole lot. And it's quickly 0-2. Mentioned in the open, the big key for the White Sox success tonight wasn't going to be the fact that they were going to stack a lot of runs against Matsuzaka, because he's proven that's not easy to do, but to clutch up and come through with a big hit. Right now, this would be the big hit. It was nice that Orlando drove in that first run, but a second run right here makes all the difference in the world. Means every hitter that walks up to home plate for the Red Sox is not representing the tying run. Way up.
That was a good call by Varitek. That's the last thing that AJ was going to be looking for right there. Fastball up. AJ, when you strike out on a curveball down and in like he did his first trip, that is indelible in your mind.
Ain't that the truth? Especially when you have the kind of breaking stuff that Matsuzaka has. It's not average. It's well above that. He stays on it, jams himself to make sure he didn't miss it, shoots it foul. Boston Red Sox, second place in the AL East behind the leaders, Tampa Bay Rays. Rays have held that lead an awful lot this year in that AL East. Relinquished it recently, a couple of weeks back, a few weeks back, briefly, before they've now taken it to 3.5 games ahead. And another foul ball left side. There it is. We just showed you our U.S. Cellular text question poll that you fans feel that Boston will overtake Tampa Bay. And New York is nowhere in sight. Here we go again. Pedroia to Lowry. The double play. So the Sox score one and have the lead at 1-0. Got to hold them there. All right, DJ, there you have it, buddy. Hold on to it as I like the way you call me Big Poppy. Stands in. First pitch strike. David singled in his first at bat, then struck out in the third. Ortiz has established himself as, well, one of the most prolific RBI men of his time. While wearing this Red Sox uniform, he's been getting it done. And Mr. Clutch late. Last season he drove in 117 runs. That's a bad year for him. 20 less than the year before, 137. 147 in 05, 139 in 04. That ball is smoked in the center field. Wise coming on and plays it on the short hop. Nice job not letting it get by him. So Ortiz now 2 for 3, the leadoff man aboard.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do. Make sure that it does not get by him. Take it off the chin, the chest, anything.
Well, that is one of those plays for an outfielder that's a nightmare. You commit thinking you're going to catch it, then you realize you're going to get caught in between. Not a good place to be. As Youkilis fouls it down off his foot. Youkilis is 0 for 2. A strikeout, a little pop-up to first base. Evan Youkilis inserted into that 4 spot once Manny Ramirez was traded to the Dodgers for a couple of younger players that went to Pittsburgh, and eventually Jason Bay ended up in the outfield in Manny Ramirez's spot. That's shot right quickly 0-2. Youkilis out of Cincinnati, Ohio, out of the University of Cincinnati also. He grew up in that area. A big Reds fan did Kevin Youkilis. And, of course, idolized a great player, Eric Davis. Oh, that's nasty. Just 1, 2, 3, see you.
Fourth strikeout for DJ. Well, I tell you, that was the first hit he has given up. The one by Ortiz. He came on back in the second inning.
Pretty good player right here, Mike Lowell. 0 for 2 is Mike. A strikeout and a little pop out to second. Lowell, some years back now, is a cancer survivor. Last night it was starting pitcher for the Red Sox that had also survived cancer, John Lester. A lot of interesting stories when you have these players that are always in the spotlight and having the attention put on them, what a difference they can make and draw the attention to certain areas of society such as cancer and how you can overcome it. 2 players for these Red Sox have proven that. That's hit hard towards right center field. Jermaine Dye gets the angle. He cuts it off. David Ortiz digging hard for third. He'll get there. Uribe reaches over him and makes the grab. All right, big David Ortiz. When he gets moving, he runs well.
When he gets moving, the only thing is stop him.
Yeah.
That was the ball. A good pitch to hit. Fastball up out over the plate, and Lowell going exactly with the pitch.
That big old boy, Uribe, who is not little, bounced off of him. So a big acquisition when the Red Sox traded away Manny Ramirez is this man, Jason Bay. Nice slider for strike 1. Bay 0 for 2, a couple of flyouts to right. He'd gladly take that right now if it would pick up the tying run from third. White Sox looking to turn the double play, and that slider well outside.
That was a good pitch anyway because of the fact that put a little something in Jason Bay's mind as you look at Boone Logan loosening up.
Cutter misses. Bay originally drafted out of Gonzaga University by the Expos back in 2000. He's found his way through a couple of minor league teams before becoming a star in Pittsburgh. And it's quickly 2-2 on the nice fastball. And a roundabout way ended up with those Pirates and became an all-star left fielder for them.
Yeah, if he drops down again, he's got an option. He can go away with a slider, or he can come with that fastball inside off the plate.
Grounder down to Uribe. Got to hurry. He whips it to no chance. It's a tie ball game. Alexi had no chance to relay it in time. It was hit too slowly.
Jason Bay has decent speed. And even the arm of Alexi Ramirez cannot make that one happen.
So he picks up the RBI while making this a 1-1 ball game. Ted Lowry doubled in the second inning and then grounded to shortstop in the fourth. Former first rounder of these Red Sox back in 05. He's going to bounce this one out to Alexi Ramirez, who should and will handle it. The Red Sox get on the board and make it a 1-1 game as we'll head to the bottom of the sixth.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Illinois Lottery.
It is a 1-1 ball game as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning with the powerful Carlos Quentin looking to start things off. Last time he was standing at home plate, he was hit by a pitch, and he's popped out to right field. 17th time that Carlos had been hit by a pitch this year. League leader in home runs with his 31. Checks it up, takes it down. Defense about as straight up as you can be. Two 2-0 the count. Yeah, you look out there and you see how they're set up defensively. It's about just like how you'd set them up for Stratomatic baseball. You youngsters out there, you don't know anything about that. It's from a long time ago. High pop right side, but will reach the seats. Count 2-1. Hawk, I'm sure that you were one of the studs of Stratomatic baseball back when they had it.
Never played a game.
No.
The only thing I played is the Nintendo.
No. But this was when
the Wii.
When you played, they would have had your name as part of the game.
We were playing the Wii this morning. Bowling.
Wii. As that's inside.
My son Casey, he got knocked out last night playing boxing.
Casey, you ought to be ashamed. Your dad may have a little bit of a boxing background, but still, you're much younger and quicker. Let's go.
I love that Wii. That thing is amazing.
The 3-1 pitch. Hit down to Mike Lowell. He'll just suck it up like a vacuum. 1 out. Hey kids, visit your friendly neighborhood Culver's and enter the Kid of the Game sweepstakes for your chance to announce play ball from the field prior to a White Sox game. Visit your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Culver's for details.
And prior to the game, we had a ceremonial first pitch. Ryan Hanley on the left, Mike Mulligan on the right. From Mully and Hanley in the morning. Over the score. Look at this, a perfect strike. Right on the outside corner, one hopper.
Hey, it counts. If you're playing cricket, one of them count to Jermaine. Come on, JD. JD's 0 for 2. Oh, popped to short and left. And that's going to be handled by Pedroia. Well, now Big Jim stands in. Well, if you've pitched like Matsuzaka has this, you're only giving up 8 home runs. It's still a daunting task to go through this powerful White Sox lineup and hope you don't make a mistake to where they'll hurt you. And pitches like that keep you from getting hurt. Cutter right on the hands. Obviously, Daisuke has a feel for pitching.
Well, we have had our opportunities. If you're just joining us, we have had the leadoff man aboard. We have had some opportunities to put some more points on the board and just did not do it. 3 double plays we've hit into.
Yep, there's been the Matsuzaka factor. He's made the pitches. He has induced the 3 double plays just when he's needed them. The 1-1 pitch taken right there. Jimmy with the usual 2 men on the left side of the field that he can beat. If he doesn't hit it right at him that direction, no problem picking up some hits. Matter of fact, he's been picking up a lot of hits that way. And home runs too. That pitch just a little short. Can't imagine being a pitcher. Well, yes, I can. Got 2 innings in the big league and facing powerful hitters. Yeah. It's intimidating. You don't want to make a mistake to guys like this. You constantly feel you have to make the perfect pitch or they can hurt you. This isn't going to hurt as Youkilis will go ahead and flip it to his pitcher for an easy 1-2-3-6 inning with the score tied at 1.
Seems like you need to be a physics professor to choose the right TV. Luckily, I am one. Your choice is the brand behind the first LCD display in a calculator. The dreamers who evolved the LCD into a 3-inch TV. The designers who first hung an LCD TV on a wall. The pioneers who gave America full HD 1080p in an LCD TV. The creators of the world's largest LCD display. Or choose all of the above. Sharp.
Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
How do you want to see the game? You want to be closer? Well, this is no ordinary ticket. This is your ticket to baseball heaven in high definition. Sharp Aqua's the official HD TV of Major League Baseball. And with a blazing 4-millisecond response time and a super fast refresh rate, there isn't a shot in the hole or a screamer down the line that will singe the hair in your nostrils. It will change your baseball-loving life.
Aqua's LCD TV. Change your TV, change your life. Sharp.
Well, regardless of what happens, tonight's AM/PM player of the game is DJ Carrasco. What a job he did coming in for Jose Contreras, who ruptured his left Achilles. Came back in the second inning. He came on, got it out there. He went 4 1/3, giving up 1 run. Just 2 hits, 1 walk, had 4 strikeouts. Just too much good stuff from our AM/PM player of the game, DJ Carrasco. What a job.
Well, you better believe it. In a pinch, he got it done just the way the Sox needed him to, and now it's going to be up to Boone Logan to try and contain things as this game progresses. See the numbers on Boone. He's got the left-handed Ellsbury standing in.
Ellsbury 1 for 2 as he takes that breaking ball strike. He was one to hit that ground ball to Swisher at first. Contreras went over to cover and ruptured his Achilles, so he's done for the year. And there's a base hit. Wrong man aboard. He can run. 37 stolen bases.
Ellsbury has been dealing with some nagging injuries that have kept him out of the lineup, and also have obviously kept him from running since he has 1 stolen base in his last 26 games. But the bad thing is you call upon Boone Logan, who's had his problems lately, to get out the left-handed leadoff man, and he can't do it.
Here's Veritek. He has popped up to short and grounded to short. Outfield slightly to the right. Gap out there in left center. Got Uribe off the line, even with the bag at third.
It's amazing. When you've had success in the big leagues, as Boone Logan has, it allows you a little breathing room for when you're struggling. But the
pitch, fastball strike.
But the White Sox, unfortunately, are in a position right now where they need results. And when you're a big league reliever and you're as nasty as Boone Logan is, they definitely need Boone. He is very valuable to that bullpen to handle left-handed pitch hitters in particular.
One 7-1 for them, 1 3-0 for us. And there's a base hit. He just poked that one out there. So Ellsbury will pull up at second, and trouble of brewing right here. And J.D. Drew coming to the plate.
Well, neither hit in this inning has been smoked, that's for sure. It's just hitting the right locations. And say it all the time, it's all about making contact. You can see Jason Varitek wasn't trying to do more than he just did. Just punch it the other way in that open right side of the field. And indeed, big problems with J.D. Drew now standing at the plate.
Drew is 0 for 2. He struck out, walked, and has gone out to center.
And J.D. pretty much doesn't really matter to him. He's hit .275 against left-handers this year. He's a guy that can hit anybody.
Breaking ball away. Second of this 4-game set. And the count 2-0. Got to get the hitter, big man. And there's a strike. Tomorrow afternoon, it'll be Gavin Floyd against Clay Buchholz. That game will be over Comcast Sportsnet. And Monday evening finale, Johnny Danks against Josh Beckett. And that game over WCIU Channel 26. But right here, big pitch. And he gets him to foul it down, so the count evens at 2. Big 6'8" right-hander, Adam Russell. Drew sitting on 19 homers, 62 driven in. Now time is called.
Yeah, JD's batting average has been coming down, and you've got to exploit that when a guy's not swinging a hot bat. Got to get ahead of him quickly and put him away, as Contreras did earlier in this game. In his first plate appearance tonight, he struck him out.
Take him right here. Ball gets away, but no advance by the runner, so a full count. Pedroia on deck.
Watching Ellsbury with all that speed, he's very passive on the base paths.
He took off his back in the second inning when he reached on that infield single, but Varitek popped up the short to end the inning.
Yeah, he doesn't go real early if he's trying to steal the bag. Doesn't have the confidence, I guess, right now. His timing's off.
Payoff. That looked like a get-me-over right there, and that's not a good pitch to throw this man.
Southpaw down that camera well where that foul ball just went that direction.
And once again, a payoff. So 2 hits, a walk will load him up with nobody out.
Adam Russell's been really hustling it down there to get himself ready.
Well, he didn't want to take Boone out. He's got Pedroia at the plate, but he's got David Ortiz coming up next. He just wants to let him know how he feels about things.
Well, it's unfortunate, but Boone really has had his struggles. As dominant as he was out of the gate this year, it's been quite an extended period of time now since he's had success. An isolated outing here and there, he's been successful, but overall, he's had more struggles than good outings. So he's in a big jam here. And because of his struggles lately, you know his confidence is definitely down. So not where you want to be.
Now here's a tough little customer at the plate. He is a tough out, Dustin Pedroia. He's 1 for 3. Takes ball 1.
Well, all you can hope for if you're Boone right now is that you make a good pitch and induce a nice double play.
And there's a base hit just outside. So Boone, in that respect, a little bit unlucky. All 3 hits have not been hit hard. They have just found the hole. Meanwhile, Red Sox lead at 2-1.
I mean, overall, you're going to say, well, all right, Boone's given up 3 hits and he's given up 1 run now. That's not it. You got a left-handed hitter, J.D. Drew, standing up there that drew the walk. That's the one that anybody's going to come back and say, well, yeah, you're not trying to walk him. That's not the point. Again, this is about results, especially for relievers. They don't have room for error out there.
David Ortiz is 2 for 3 with a run scored. Cannot get the fastball at 94.
David's had problems with left-handers this year, and hopefully Boone has the confidence to exploit that.
And a count 0-2. That one at 94.
Well, that really shows you that sometimes as a player you have to hit rock bottom before you just say to heck with it and throw all caution to the wind. Boone just reached back and blew a couple of fastballs by Big Papi.
That's up high. That one at 95. Sox packed with Carmines. And Big Papi still has not seen a breaking ball. And that definitely is a specter in his mind.
Yeah, good slider down in the way. What's called for here.
Or fastball up. Now he's got to do it on this pitch. If not, the advantage goes to Big Papi. Because basically Boone is just a 2-pitch pitcher. That ball hit deep into center field. Wise is not going to get it. And that's going to clear the bases. And it is a 5-1 Boston lead.
Well, unfortunately, Boone put himself in a bad way. David Ortiz pretty much knew the fastball had to come right there after he missed with the slider. And it's at least not one more run up to this point. It stayed in the yard. And David Ortiz fortunately settled for second base as the ball got past the catcher once it was thrown to home plate.
All right, Logan departs. Adam Russell comes on, and we'll be back.
Hey, this is Curtis Cranston.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
All your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
7th, 4 are in. Ortiz is second, still nobody out. Euclid 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Takes first pitch strike. Five, 10-1 for Boston. 1, 3-0 for our Sox. Ground ball, and they're going to go to second base. Ball gets away, but there's not going to be any advance. That'll be a base hit for Euclid. So they have 5 hits in this inning. Only one of them's been hit hard.
Dicey little play right there by Cabrera, but he had no chance at first base. He realizes he's hoping Alexi Ramirez has got his back, because this is all about him. He's reacting. He's jumping and throwing it without truly knowing if Alexi was there. So caught a break as it hit the bag and didn't get far enough away for the advancement of the runners.
Here's Mike Lowell. Red Sox here taking a page out of the Twin book. 3 bloops and a blast.
Yeah, they've stacked together the big inning. The White Sox had hoped to have earlier in this game, but because of the double play, they couldn't get it going either time.
And this should be. Back them up. 2 down.
Fans, August 22nd, the White Sox host the Rays, and it is Elvis night, and post-game fireworks will be presented by Jewel Osco. For game tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
Left fielder Jason Bay, who is 0 for 3. Curveball misses. And after this half inning, we will have our Miller Major League scoreboard for you. Just waves at it, and the count evens at 1. Yeah, well, that's going to happen. That's baseball, and that's one of the beautiful things about this game. 3 little duck snorts, and then a long drive off the wall. Good job by Russell, but they put a crooked number up on that board, and we will go to the 7th inning stretch, trailing 5-1.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Curtis Cranston.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
All your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
We got some work to do, but we got plenty of time to do it in. We got 9 big outs. Alexi Ramirez will try to start it off for us here in the bottom of the 7th. Alexi is 1 for 2, picked up our first hit. A high curveball hit it to right field hard. Fakes the bunt, takes the ball. Outfield about equidistant, for the most part straight up. Ellsbury just a step or two over towards left.
Well, facing Daisuke tonight's been so frustrating. Kind of guy that seems to want to let you have a chance, yet you just can't take advantage of it. The record speaks for it. He's 12-2 with a 3.04 earned run average, and he's allowed a ton of base runners this year. And tonight, again, we've had some base runners on, only to hit into some double plays. So he's a tease. Makes you feel good, only to walk away feeling empty-handed.
But here's Swish. Swish 0 for 1. He has walked, and he also has scored. Our only run. Yeah, it is frustrating when you face a guy like this. You get the leadoff man on 4 times. Can't do anything about it. He's nibble here, nibble there. First thing you know, you look up. Poof, you only got 1 run. Bottom of the 7th inning.
Well, that's him. And again, he's having one of his more dominant games. He really has been a 5-inning pitcher this year. As a matter of fact, on 10 occasions this season, he's lasted 5+ innings or less. 10 occasions. He's only gone 7 innings or 7 1/3 4 times this year. So right now he's in that area again of, well, doing something that he hasn't really done this year, going deep and holding the pitch count down.
And he could not check it up, so 2 down. Just the 3rd strikeout for him.
Take a look at Nick Swisher's check swing. Well,
it's about the same spot as Ortiz went earlier.
Yeah, well, this time home plate umpire Jeff Kellogg took it upon himself and said, "Oh no, I got this."
So here is Uribe. Can't get it. He has walked, and he has a bunt single. Checks that up on the breaking ball, and that's into the seats. So very quickly, 2 outs and an 0-2 count to 1. Well, Kellogg's been really solid behind the plate tonight. We can't. Umpiring has not been a factor in this game as far as us not scoring. Jacks it up and 1-2.
Oh, you definitely have to just look out there to number 18. That man.
He's thrown 3 double play balls. 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. You put points on the board in that game, it turns the whole thing around. And there's a curveball just chopped foul.
Oh, it's always a risky business when you go overseas and you take a player from Japan or other places and put them straight into the big leagues because you just hope they're going to succeed. But there's no guarantee. And the investment that the Boston Red Sox put into Matsuzaka, well, it's paid off. He has a record of 27 wins and 14 losses, and this is 2nd year with Boston.
Over $100 million they have invested in this guy. And that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 inning. We'll go to the 8th, trailing by 4.
Hey, this is Curtis Grant.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
All your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
First pitch strike to Jed Lowry, the shortstop. Lowry, 1 for 3, a double, his first at bat. Takes that breaking ball low and inside. Tell you what, the more you see, that was the first time we saw him last night. I've seen him a couple of bats on the cable, you know. The more you see this guy, the more you like him.
Exactly right. Somebody that's kind of forced into action, and he's getting it done.
1-2. He certainly looks like he knows what he's doing out there.
Julio Lugo is their everyday shortstop who's on the disabled list. They've been playing Alex Cora, who is not now, and so here you go. Call this young man up, say, here you go to work. And he doesn't seem to be overmatched, that's for sure.
2 balls, 2 strikes to the 24-year-old youngster. Jacoby Ellsbury on deck. He gone. He knew it. 1 out.
Adam going to throw a nice off-speed pitch. Looked like a forkball. Didn't have a whole lot of bend to it. Just kind of dove at the last second.
Ellsbury is 2 for 3. Started off that 4-run 7th with a soft single right in the hole between short and third. That ball's not hit soft. That ball's hit deep. And it is a 6-1 Boston lead. That's number 7 for Ellsbury.
Yeah, he leaned on that, and again, Ellsbury comes across as a little guy standing at home plate, but he's 6'1". Got some leverage right there on that swing. Didn't put a whole lot into it other than the perfect swing and point of contact. It jumped.
He just keeps that bat right in front of him. It just amazes me that more guys don't do that. As Veritek, he just poked a single between first and second last inning. 1-1 the count to him. All you do by keeping the bat in front of you is get a shorter swing with more power. That ball hit high and deep to left field. Quentin back, right in front of the Aparicio. Well, check that Nellie Fox picture. 2 down.
Fans, make your summer a sweet, sweet summer with your Buick Pontiac GMC dealer. Visit the Buick Pontiac GMC Fundamentals deck for a chance to win a suite for you and 19 friends, or enter at gmdrives.com.
J.D. Drew takes ball 1. He is 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run scored.
One thing I like about Adam Russell, he's not very deterred. It doesn't matter. Gives up the home run, says, come on, give me the ball. Let's keep going.
There's a strike.
That's from a young man that's just making his major league debut this year.
He's got a good arm. Adam is going to pitch in the big leagues for, barring injury, for a long time. He just has to get to the point it boils down to control. Same pitches he can get guys out with down in Charlotte as there's ball 4. That doesn't work up here. Those same pitches are hit hard.
Yeah, he has a good upside, though, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's got good arm.
He's got the ability to work fast. Doesn't appear to be intimidated. Like, all right, give it all I have and try and win.
I know Ozzie and Kenny both definitely would love to see him just have better command of that curveball. If he ever gets to the point he can throw that curveball for a strike with consistency, he's going to be on this staff. As that is popped up. Wise making the call. He's got the ball, but the home run by Ellsbury. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th, trailing by 5.
The new AT&T. Visit att.com for details, as Pedroia has hit safely in 9 straight games, let alone 28 consecutive games on the road.
First pitch to Dwayne Wise. Swung on and fouled back just underneath it. Dwayne 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. Lowell at the cut of the grass at third, outfield, swung around to the right. And that breaking pitch hit in the upper deck and out of the upper deck. Nothing in 2. Orlando Cabrera on deck. Top of the 7th in Kansas City. Minnesota leading the Royals 7-3. One and 2. Justin Masterson. He of the big extension back Mastersons.
Not the bat. Mastersons.
And that is popped up left side. Noel says, I'll take it.
Fans, the 2008 Chicago White Sox are presented by U.S. Cellular. U.S. Cellular, believe in something better.
So here's Cabrera. He is 1 for 2, a walk and an RBI single. And that's poked out into center field. Ellsbury will have to play it on the first hop. Well, we let that be the start of something good right here in the bottom of the 8th inning with 1 down. That'll bring up A.J., who has really struggled tonight. A.J. has struck out and hit into 2 double plays.
Well, it's just kind of funny how baseball goes. Because the way you set up your bullpen, the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning are the hardest times of the game for a team to score. But obviously not impossible to score 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 runs late. It's just you have your best arms reserved to try and quail any kind of rally late. Squash it.
Right over the top of it. And the count 0-1. A.J. struck out in the first, then hit into the 6-4-3 double play in the third and the 4-6-3 double play in the 5th. That was with a man on first and third and 1 out. Can't get it. Curveball has really just baffled him. That's what struck him out. In the first inning.
Well, there's some pitchers, and you probably hit against them where you would swing at a pitch, and when you swing at it until you don't hit it, you think it's a fastball. It looks like that's the case for A.J.
Time wide. Well, when I first got called up when I was a kid, the thing that surprised me about Major League pitching was the speed of the game. Now, is that self-induced? I'm sure partially it was, but the speed of the game was so much faster than it was in AAA. There's a ground ball, right 2. So A.J.'s going to have a real bad day. 1 strikeout and 3 double plays, and we'll go to the 9th. As you check out our Southwest Airlines tail of the tape, game 2 of this 4-game set. Sox won last night 5-3. We trail here 6-1. Top of the 9th inning, Ortiz, Youkilis, and Lowell to face big Adam Russell. All-speed pitch, and the count 0-1. David, 3 for 4. 2 singles. Bases clearing double. And he has scored a run. Curveball low. Once again, a reminder, tomorrow afternoon it'll be Gavin Floyd against Clay Buchholz, and that game will be over Comcast Sportsnet. Change up. And the count 1-2. And on Monday night in the finale, Johnny Danks against Josh Beckett in that game on WCIU Channel 26. That curveball. So 2 changeups, 2 curveballs in the sequence.
Won't change anything now.
That's into center field. That's can of corn. Curveball. 1 out. And right now it's time to check out our Walgreens VIP for a day. Tonight's VIP is John DeBello from Bartlett, Illinois. So you can listen to the White Sox postgame show on WSCR for your chance to win. Youkilis, 1 for 4, had an infield single, takes that curveball. Yes, he did. Sam Holbrook. He had a good umpired game last night. Mike Wegman had a good umpired game tonight. Jeff Kellogg. Two in a row.
That's a nice.
Yeah, it is.
Just tee it up and play ball.
That's out of play.
It's very nice when you don't have too much complaint from either side when the game's going on.
Pretty good pitch right there. Didn't get it. A little high, I guess. Yep. And that one goes around the plate, so a full count. Youkilis, 29 years old, has 20 homers and 76 ribbies. And gets himself a single. 39,243 in attendance. Talking to some Boston people prior to the game, they said it's just been incredible this year how well this team has traveled, fan-wise.
Well, as you mentioned in last night's game, they're a very popular team on the road.
So here's Lowell. He's 1 for 4.
They've won a couple of world championships in the last few years. Maybe a few of those closet Red Sox fans have decided to pull out that old gear.
And there's a little looper. Alexei off his glove. Going to go to second base, not in time. Good effort. Well, I tell you, there have been some duck snorts tonight off the bats of these Boston hitters. And Lowell just pointing down to Youkilis for hustling into second base to beat the play.
Look at this athletic move by Ramirez. I mean, knock it down, track it down, throw it on the run, off balance, and make it a bang-bang play at second. What an effort.
We got to start getting John Henry, the owner of this ball club, to up the meal money on the road. Must be cutting these guys short.
Part of their arsenal.
First pitch strike to Jason Bay.
It's called the starvation offense.
They 0 for 4. And the count 0-2. On the other side of that page, I wish we had some like that.
Well, it's only good if it goes for you. The opponent does it. It's no good.
Ball gets through the wickets of A.J. So with one out, Ducks on the pine.
Take another look at this pitch that A.J. just leaves a little opening down there under the glove, and it goes right where that opening was left for it.
Usually that's a piece of cake for A.J.
Yep.
It's just one of those nights for him.
Everything that can and will go wrong.
A strikeout and 3 double plays. The first time I think he's ever done that.
Yeah.
Right to one, holds everybody, throws him out. So it appears Jason Bay's 9-game hitting streak is gone by the boards. Well, I've hit into 2 a few times, but never 3.
Yeah, 2 is very doable, no question about that. But 3, even to have the opportunity to hit into 3.
That's the whole thing.
And then to actually do it, and then the only other at bat is a strikeout.
Well, the only other thing that I had could beat A.J. was a game against the Yankees in spring training. I had 3 errors in 1 inning. I struck out 3 times and then hit into a game-ending double play.
Oh, we've all had those runs of embarrassing things to happen. I had back-to-back nights where I was put in the outfield, left field one night, right field the other, for defensive, as a defensive replacement, only to screw up 2 balls at the wall and cost us the game.
2-1 to count to Lowry.
That'd make
1 for 4, a double.
That'd make your manager second guess himself.
Put in for defense.
Yes. 2
Nice
balls.
move.
Yeah.
Nice going. Stay hot, DJ.
2 balls at the wall. I short armed it one and ran into the wall the other one.
That pitch foul back.
Thank you, Zim. Thank you for staying with me anyway, buddy.
Popeye. I love Popeye. Don Zimmer, what a great guy. Mr. Baseball, really. He and we have a couple of Mr. Baseball. Well, we have actually more than a couple. We have 3 Mr. Baseballs. 2 of the senior variety, though. That's Zim and Tommy Lasorda.
Definitely.
And then we've got that ball hit high into center field. The great Cal Ripken Jr., who, in my opinion, is certainly of that ilk. Meanwhile, we will go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Nice job right there by Adam Russell.
Are you an adrenaline junkie? At Grind TV on Yahoo Sports, you can submit your own videos or watch the pros in action. Check out the most outrageous, untamed, and awe-inspiring sports videos on the web, surfing, skateboarding, motocross, and so much more. For the sickest action sports videos, check out Grind TV on Yahoo Sports.
Hey, this is Curtis Cranston.
Hey, this is Adam Dunn.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
Check out the shop on MLB.com.
For all your Dodger gear.
For all your Red Sox gear.
All your Yankees gear.
All your Blue Jay gear.
Your Cincinnati Reds gear.
For all your Twins gear.
Visit the official online shop of Major League Baseball at MLB.com. Browse the largest selection of authentic team gear, including clubhouse caps and t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the MLB.com shop today.
On your mobile phone, just text White Sox to 65246. That's White Sox 65246.
6-1 is the score, and Daisuke Matsuzaka, well, 8 innings of pitching for him, the longest outing of the season against our White Sox. It took place, and now it's the veteran Mike Timlin, 4-3 with a .512 earned run average and a .286 batting average against Timmy. See the rest of his numbers, man. Oh, he's been around a long time now. You and I were teammates a long time ago, back with Toronto back in '93. And one of the main reasons why Timmy's still pitching is because he is one of those great guys to have on your team. See, the earned run average is a bit bloated, but he's tough to get rid of, especially if you're a championship type team. You need a veteran that's done it all to step it up and try and get it done and teach some of those younger players how to pitch. Mike Timlin is obviously one of those guys.
Top of the 8th inning in Kansas City, 7-3 Minnesota. So the Twins, if things stand status quo, going to move into first place, knock us out of first place for the first time in a long time. Carlos Quentin. Carlos 0 for 2. He also was hit by a pitch for the 17th time this year. Outfield, straight up, spread out. Looking for it, got it, cuts it loose, and fouls it down.
Timlin generally gets the angle, and if he does, look out. Gets on top of it, gets that good sink. And you saw the result. Even though it was a little bit up, it still was digging down, and Quentin just beat it straight down.
Well, I didn't even recognize Mike when he came into the game. When it was that uniform, he's changed his pants. And on the 5th, good pitch in the count 0-2. Used to have all those Red Sox showing for years.
Must have been cutting off the circulation. He said, forget it.
Now what he's doing is he's changing his luck. That's what happens. The 0-2. Just getting home, tuning in. Cardinals, they beat the Cubs 12-3 at Wrigley. Phillies beat the Pirates 4-2 at Citizens Bank Ballpark. Milwaukee shuts out the Nasty Nats 6-0 up at Miller Park. That is high in the center field. Jacoby Ellsbury, can of corn for him. 1 out. Jermaine Dye, he's 0 for 3. Also, if you're just tuning in, Jose Contreras started this ball game first time in almost a month with throwing the ball extremely well. Won an inning and 2/3, then went over to cover first base on a little ground ball hit by Ellsbury down to Nick Swisher, and he ruptured his left Achilles, so he is gone for the year. And we'll show you that when we have the opportunity. 2-0 the count to Jermaine. That's a shame. He was throwing the ball well, hit 93 a couple times.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked
real good.
I mean, threw his forkball with confidence, had some good bite to it.
Struck out J.D. Drew and Youkilis in the first inning. As the count moves to 3-0. Come on, let's give him a finish right here, guys. Mets leading the Marlins 8-6. That might be a final. There's a strike. Tigers leading Oakland 3-2. That game in the bottom of the 6th. There was a rain delay there. Bad weather around the Detroit area. Also washed out some of the PGA as the count goes full. And the mayor, Mean Joe Group, tells us the Mets are in the bottom of Well, if it's in the bottom of the ninth, it's over. They're leading 8-6. Now it's in the ninth inning. High in the left field, Jason Bay. And if you missed it, here is that injury to Jose covering first.
It's all right there. He just started to get out of control, had a little slip, and then another little slip, and that was that.
And he was in pain. That big man is a tough individual. So 2 down, and here's Tomey. Takes first pitch strike. Gavin Floyd against Clay Buchholz tomorrow afternoon in that game on Comcast Sportsnet. And immediately following our ball game, it will be the WGN News. That ball hit way back. Drew looks up. You can put it on the board.
Yes!
Jim Tomey, number 530.
Well, it's a good time to stand up at home plate and look for something to drive in these kind of games. A lot of times you get it. It's a high fastball. It's supposed to have been down with some sink. Pretty much flattened out on Timlin for Jim Tomey to hit it out as the fourth drive of the game.
Alexei fouls it down. 530 on his career. 23rd of the season, and of course with that home run by Tomey, the Alex Snellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 162. So $16,200 donated by Alex Snellius in loving memory of Ursula. And when this ball comes down, this ball game will be over. The Red Sox lose last night 5-3, bounce back here and win this one 6-2, and we'll be back.